Hi, hello, welcome. This is Arvind. Welcome to University YouTube channel. This is first video. Today we are discussing about history of pharmaceutical guidelines. So many people are seeking for pharma jobs and new freshers who are joining B Pharmacy or M Pharmacy. It will be helpful for us who are BSc and MSc candidates also looking for pharma jobs. They are also, it will be helpful for interview purpose, and also it is a basic guideline. Today we are discussing about history of pharmaceutical guidelines. What is the history behind the guidelines? Who are created, how they were created, what are the tragedies are happened before guidelines. So based on the tragedies, they are forming the guidelines. So before going to explaining the topic, we know some basic idea about these guidelines. So right now everyone get idea about WHO, World Health Organization. So it is also very active right now in the world. This WHO is seeking for safety of patient when they are taking drug. So the WHO guidelines and GMP guidelines. GMP also, it is very effectively working in pharma companies. GMP is nothing but good manufacturing practices. WHO nothing but World Health Organization. These two are combined to form a guideline to instruct that guidelines to pharma companies to how to prepare them, how to prepare a drug, how to test it in quality control lab. That everything it will be available in our guidelines. So before going to guidelines, what is guidelines? Guidelines is nothing but instructions. So before, for example, we are manufacturing one tablet. So how to manufacture? What are the resources and what are the equipments we can use to manufacture the product? Everything that guidelines will explain in the good manufacturing practices, and also how to manufacture a product in a good way. That is the main aim of good manufacturing practices. So it is including in the FDA. FDA also nothing but Food and Drug Administration. It is classified from the 21 CFR, Code of Federal Regulations. Code of Federal Regulation, it is having 50 chapters. In the 21st chapter is CFR. It is explained about Food and Drug Administration, food and drug and cosmetic also it is explained in the 21 CFR. Here behind the guidelines is what is the tragedies was happened. Let's we see. In the tragedy 1, in USA it is happened in the year of 1906. What happened in USA? Syrup and tonic. It is contained alcohol and morphine heroin. When the patient treated by this syrup and tonic, they are addicted by this syrup and tonic due to presence of alcohol and morphine and heroin. It is very harmful to patient during treatment. So it is adulterated drug, and also it is harmful to health. So that's why what they are taking some decisions from this incident. In USA, United States of America, Bureau of Chemistry of team, there is a team. Bureau of Chemistry team members are enforced to Food and Drug Act signed into law by Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt he was president in USA in 1901 to 1909. In the decade, he was the president in USA. He was signed to FDA Act into law. So after this incident, what happened here? Act is required to dangerous ingredient to be declared on label. So what they are told, as per the as per this guidelines, FDA Act guidelines, what they told, these are adulterated drugs. Alcohol and morphine and heroin, these three are adulterated drugs. It's not only three, so many is there. Cocaine, codeine, that is also comes under adulterated drugs. The drugs should be not used in the regular pharmaceutical products. So it is very harmful to patients. So that's the reason, if they who are manufacturing or formulating any product, that product, what are the ingredients involved in the manufacturing, that product label should be contained with the complete ingredients. So that amendment and act was published in 1906. That is the main point. Is it is helpful for who are starting in B Pharmacy, and it is an adulterated drug and misbranded drugs, it's become illegal. So when they are taking law, as per law, FDA law in USA, adulterated and misbranded drug become illegal. So we can't use without any permission from the government. So next point is, what is that? In the 1927, in this year, what happened? This Bureau of Chemistry was separated to form a team as a Food and Drug and Insecticidal Administration. So for monitoring purpose, they formed as a FD and IA, Food, Drug and Insecticidal Administration, in the year of 1927. It's after some days which became Food and Drug Administration. Now we are discussing about Food and Drug Administration. So it is formed like that. From 1927 they form FDIA. The FDIA, after some years, it will form a Food and Drug Administration. So this is the first tragedy why guidelines are formed. And after so many years, tragedy 2 in USA in 1937, one incident was happened. What is that? Elixir sulfonamide. This elixir sulfonamide, it is used for antibiotic for patients who are suffering from bacterial infections. So what happened during manufacturing? Manufacturer was used high toxic raw material, that is diethyl glycol. This diethyl glycol is very high toxic during manufacturing. They are using for manufacturing, that when they are treating by using this medicine, the patient will die. Approximately 105 patients died during this treatment. It leads to what happened due to this patient died. It leads to Federal Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act was formed in 1938. After this incident, what happened? Here, one act was they are formed in 1938. That is Federal Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act. What this act told? If you are manufacturing any product related to drug, that should be follow as per the guidelines. If you are not follow the guidelines, they are take action against that company from taken reference by Federal Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act. Now we are as a Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940, Amendment 1945 in pharmaceutical jurisprudence. So next point, what is that? After this tragedy, what they are decided from FDA, company, whatever it may be, that pharma company should, when they are prepared pharma product or they are prepared new drug product, they should, company required to prepare a new drug, then safety of their product conduct by pharmacological studies before marketing. So what happened, what told this point actually, who are manufacturing or who are newly innovating drugs, the drug should be safe and it should be useful for a patient. It should not harm to patient. So that's the reason pharmacological studies should be done before releasing of market. So after that, in 1940, what they told from FDA, they are implementing from pharma required GMP regulations. What are the GMP regulations? So in that case, in 1940, FDA, Food and Drug Administration, they are form a regulation related to good manufacturing practices. What is meant by good manufacturing? We are manufacturing a product with good quality and safety and efficacy. So that is very important during the manufacturing. So during it is drug required to test and certify the purity potency of the drug in 1941. What they told FDA in 1941, what they told, when manufacture a drug or when release a drug into market, definitely it should be certified by testing purity and potency of the drug. It should be mandatory, because the drug is not pure or the drug is not potent, it's not effective, the drug doesn't work on the patient in immediate administration. So that is very important point. This point is important, including PG Set and GPAT NIPER who are preparing for that competitive exams. These key points are very important. They will ask. They are preparing or manufacturing drug. That drug should be safety and effective. So this point also very important. Here see, drug should be purity and potency as well. It should be safe for the patient and effectiveness. After administration, it should be work immediately or within the prescribed time. That's it. This act was implemented in 1945 by Food and Drug Administration in the GMP regulations. So this is the second tragedy. In the 1937, it was happened in USA. So as per this tragedy, we see here some regulations was raised and some guidelines was explained after some tragedies. Let's go for the third tragedy. In 1962 in Europe country, what happened in 1962, thalidomide. This is a drug. Thalidomide actually we are using for the breast cancer and leprosy diseases, genetic related diseases. We can use that material. We can use this drug product. But what happened in the 1962, after innovating this drug, in that time this thalidomide, it is a new drug in 1962. But what happened, they are prescribing for and treating for pregnancy women for preventing nausea and vomiting. During the pregnancy time, what happened, some due to enlargement of stomach, they feel like a nausea and vomiting. So that's the reason they stimulate for stimulating purpose. They are using this thalidomide drug for pregnant women. This drug leads to thousands of babies born by birth by defects. So that's the reason it is very tragedy. Third one is very dangerous. So what they told, due to this tragedy, regulatory authorities are published some GMP guidelines. So here we are seeing after one tragedy they are generating one guidelines. Second tragedy also they are generating one tragedy guidelines. After the third tragedy, thalidomide, what they told, they are generating GMP guidelines such as WHO. Here see WHO in 1969 in Europe country. In which country? Europe country. In 1978, FDA created the regulation in 1978. What happened here in the 1978? Food and Drug Administration, they are creating some guidelines. What is that? 21 CFR Part 210 and 21 CFR Part 211. Actually, 21 CFR Part 10 and Part 11, these two are doesn't have any name in the 1978, but currently we are pronouncing 21 CFR Part 210, Part 211. But before in 1978 there is no guidelines. Right now, current we are learning about 21 CFR Part 210, Part 211. Here 21 CFR Part 210 explained about and regulating and guidelines is giving about current good manufacturing practices. Here see, current good manufacturing practices in manufacturing, processing, packing or holding of drug products, and 21 CFR Part 211 explained current good manufacturing for finished pharmaceuticals. So these two guidelines are very effective right now also, and after so many years, after 1978, after it will take almost 22 years after, ICH guidelines as was released one Q7 guideline in ICH, International Council for Harmonization of Pharmaceutical technical requirement for pharmaceutical and human use. This ICH guideline was published in 2000 year. Q7 guideline is GMP, good manufacturing practices for API, who are preparing, which company or which manufacturer manufacturing this API, the company should follow the Q7 guideline. This is the overview. It is very easy to understand, and here having so many good points and key points. It's very helpful for who are preparing for PG Set, GPAT and NIPER, or who are seeking for new job in the pharma industry, or who are coming to join in the B Pharmacy or M Pharmacy, who are seeking for from BSc, MSc students who are seeking for pharma job. It is good content for them. Hope you understand all. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, and if you like it, and share this video to your friends. It will be useful for your friends also, because it is content video. Good information in this chart. There is a 3 or 4 bullet points for each tragedy, how it was formed, guidelines. So it is very good information as my part of you. Thank you everyone.